Hey, what's up guys? It's Cless. I'm going to show you how I massacred the mid-game in Unicorn Overlord using Rosalinde's magic. Let's take a look at how this unit functions. The whole idea behind this unit is to give Rosalinde double cast on the Sylphic Wind. We're going to be using her Sylphic Wind magic damage paired up with the quick impetus from the White Cat Ear Hood to give her a double magic cast on a whole row of enemies. So to start out with the build, I gave Rosalinde a King's Lance L Hall because it's my most powerful lance with magic attack. I gave her the Necromancer's Lantern for the follow-up counter magic damage in the event that I don't wipe the whole unit off the initial volley. Another option is to give her the large first aid kit to help with sustaining your party after the fight. Whichever option you prefer, either one works. One makes you more sustainable, one gives you even more layers of magic damage. I gave her the Carnelian Pendant to boost her up to 3 AP. We're going to get the 4th AP from the Quick Impetus so that she has 4 to double cast. Most important thing is to give her a Dove Plume to raise her initiative. I want Rosalinde to open up every fight with the double Sylphic Wind, so most units never have an opportunity to even touch us. This gives her 37 initiative. Now when we look at Athelion, he's going to have the Tailwind Cape. That's going to push her up over 50 initiative to start out the fight. So for my priorities, I'm going to set Sylphic Wind to the row with most combatants because I don't want to be hitting it with... I don't want to be hitting single target units with a row spell, so we're going to go with the row with the most combatants. Condition 2, 2+. Sylphic Wind, if we have a single target and no rows to target, it's going to hit a flying unit for the extra potency if a flying unit is present. Just some backup conditions here to create some layers of damage. Her Primus Edge, if in the event she doesn't have the 2 AP or something saps an AP from her, there will be a backup skill. I've really never seen this get used as she almost always goes first and dumps all 4 of her AP. And again, the Necromancer's Lantern is going to use her PP for some counterattacks to clean up anything that doesn't die right away. On Athelion, I'm just using a Greatwood Sword for some extra magic damage, because we don't need any abilities off our sword. The Tailwind Cape, again, is going to boost up Rosalinde for some really high initiative early on. Lapis Pendant for some more PP. And the Familiar's Choker is going to give her the Sorcerer's Connection, which is going to go off before Rosalinde uses her cast, boosting her magic attack by 50%. Any remaining AP can be used for Remove Weakness to help take away buffs and evade any extra attacks, as well as the Sylphic Barrier to help evade attacks as well. Generally, I haven't seen these as well because most units are getting completely wiped out before we even have to play any defense. Another part of this unit that I really like is Virginia. It gives this unit a ton of protection from ranged assists on the battlefield by making her the leader. I'm giving her the Zenoran Knight Sword for the HP, physical defense, and magic defense. The Nameless Guard Shield, very important for that radiant cover. That's going to provide cover for anything that's focusing on my backline in the event that it survives. This gives a lot of layers of defense. The Azure Crest Shield gives her the extra PP and guard efficiency to keep using these skills. And then I gave her the Dancer's Bracelet to buff up Mordon in the front line. I have this set to front row so that it only hits Mordon, who's providing a lot of follow-up physical damage. For her skills, the Iron Crusher, if there's armored present, to ignore the defense. And the Vertical Edge is going to target any potential flyers in the fight, ignoring 50% of their defense and having more potency if they are a flyer. For Mordon, this is where I'm going to get the Quick Impetus for Rosalinde. He has a Lapis Pendant to get him to that 4 AP needed for the White Cat Ear Hood. He is going to boost up Rosalinde for a double attack for her magic. This is core to how this unit functions. You can realistically use any unit in the front line. It doesn't have to be Mordon. I just used him to add some extra single target damage following the massive magic AoE. I gave him a Carnelian Pendant for some extra actions. He's using my highest physical attack axe that I have available, even though I'm not using the skill. For his priorities, I'm using Assaulting Blow if they're less than 75% HP. Most of the time he's finishing a target that's not topped off, giving him more AP and acquiring a kill chain. In the event that we have all full targets and some armor present, he's going to prioritize those with a heavy smash for the 100% defense penetration. And that pretty much sums up Mordon. We don't need any other passive skills, as he's going to dump all of his PP with that quick impetus and then just become a frontline bruiser after the fact. The best part about this squad is that it only requires 4 units, so it's very doable early in the mid game as soon as you get Athelion and the white cat ear hood from the Divine Shard vendor. The other good thing about this unit is it has really good layers of defense against the range assist. The majority of this unit's defense comes from its extremely devastating early offense. In the event that you don't wipe anything out, there is still a ton of layers of defense from Virginia that are going to protect the unit. This only being a 4-unit squad, you can upgrade it later to 5 units any way that you want to make it even more devastating. But this is a really, really good start for heavy magic damage in the mid game. So let's see the unit in action in combat. We're going to start out with the quick action, boost her initiative. The Sorceress Connection boosts her magic attack. Even with a Sainted Knight providing a row barrier, we're going to act again on the same group of units. There's the quick impetus, AP up. 2 more AP for Rosalinde to cast another Sylphic Wind. And there's that back line getting absolutely destroyed, even through the initial cover from the Sainted Knight. Mordon has physical attack up from Virginia. Vanitas counter providing even more magic damage. Some extra follow-up damage from Athelion. And of course, Virginia and Mordon are going to continue their assault to finish off the Sainted Knight. Now that unit was easily wiped with still 3 AP remaining from our front line if there were some stragglers about. Now let's see it in action against one of the most heavily armored squads I could find in the mid game. This is 3 Legionnaires and 2 Sainted Knights. This is a 5-unit squad up against our 4-unit squad, and we're going to see how it can work its way through the layers of defense. Now, any squad that you're going to face that actually has any damage is not going to have this many layers of defense. I just like to show how it works through all of those extra layers. So two row barriers from a Sainted Knight chewed up both of our initial Sylphic Winds. And this is where having all the extra follow-up damage is important. This is going to show you how the unit can counter even some of the most heavily armored and defensively layered squads on the battlefield. Powerful call, buffs up Mordon.
Victory is nearly ours.
All right, you can see there we were almost able to finish off that 5-unit squad with tons and tons of layers of defense with only 4 units on our squad. When we upgrade this to a 5-unit squad, it's going to be absolutely devastating to have a whole nother character in that lineup. If you found this unit guide useful, like and subscribe for more of my content on Unicorn Overlord and other games. And don't forget to catch me streaming some of your favorite games in 4K on YouTube.